friends.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Chile. Hello, Puerto Rico. Hello, Lithuania.
Hello to everyone.
How are you, everybody?
Oh, I feel great, because I see my best colleagues in the world.
Thank you. ¿Cómo estás, Rodrigo?
Muy bien. Gracias a todos.
He said he's very good.
Yeah, this evening is a very special live stream. We have a wonderful, and for me, he's a very important master, PhiRemoval Master, because he has a unique technique, a premier worldwide in the scalp micropigmentation removal with Phiremoval. I'm very happy to have you with us, Master Rodrigo from Chile.
Él dice que está muy emocionada porque para ella eres un máster muy importante con su trabajo con cuero cabelludo, micropigmentación, remoción de micropigmentación. Y está muy emocionada de tenerte aquí.
Que muchas gracias por la invitación y que yo también estoy bastante emocionado y con hartas ganas de comentar en base a la técnica.
He is saying thank you for this invitation. He is very excited to be here and he cannot wait to answer all the questions related to this technique.
But at first, I think so we need to congratulate Rodrigo because he has today birthday.
Yes, tienes cumpleaños, te felicitamos.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Master.
Thank you.
Wishing you only the best.
Thank you.
And I wish you big success for your technique of scalp removal.
Te desean mejor en tu vida y mucho éxito en tu técnica.
Muchas gracias. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you so much.
So as we know, just now you started to work after this pandemic situation, after all this quarantine, so you are able to continue your work. Are you happy today?
Rodrigo, nosotros sabemos que solamente ahora ustedes empezaron a trabajar. Después todo ese tiempo, ¿estás feliz?
Sí, tengo muchas ganas de empezar a realizar trabajo. Quiero mostrarme al público porque PhiRemoval está haciendo una técnica muy conocida. Yo en este tiempo de pandemia he tenido bastantes estudiantes que han estado estudiantes de Estados Unidos, de Perú, Chile. Así que estoy con hartas ganas para mostrarle a ellos también que puedo ser un buen máster y que puedo hacer buenos trabajos y ellos también.
He cannot wait to go back. He's very excited. He wants to show his work, and but he has realized during this pandemic period that fear removal becomes very recognizable technique, because even though that he couldn't go to the studio and work, he had a lot of students from United States, Peru, from Chile, from all over, and he was working in that sense. And now he's happy to go back to his studio again.
I can imagine, because I like to ask how many months he was sitting at home.
Pues sí, ella se imagina pero quiere preguntarte exactamente cuántos meses era encierro en Chile. Exactamente.
Perfecto. Marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre. 7 meses. 7 months.
Oh my God, I can't believe you are. So, but anyway, I just talked with your wife, Carolina, and I know that you have small daughter. So I think for your daughter, it was lovely time because all parents were at home.
Pero ella sabe que porque habla con Carolina también, sabe que tienes una niña pequeña y se imagina que ella era feliz porque ustedes están en la casa. Eso es único que está maravilloso en ese tiempo.
La bola. La vio. Asenka ella la acaba de ver. La mostré.
Sí. Because we since the first day they bring that little girl, basically this is real. Let me explain a little bit about the girl. She is really Phi baby. Why? Because we took Carolina literally from the last day of Phi contour education that she was taking. I have been in Chile. And then in few days, Branco arrived because we have in a row education in Chile. And she exit from the hospital with the baby to take a photo with Branco. That was so amazing. And I show photo to my niece, and she was so excited. And she said, who is this little ball? Because she was so small. So now when we refer to her, we call her a little ball. That's her name, besides the real name.
It's a great story. We have small babies around the world, but especially I remember this family because I visited also Chile several times, and always I saw how the baby is growing. The small ball becomes big ball.
Exactly, and she's talking now, and hablamos de la bola porque todo es como lo miramos como crece, como ahora la bola pequeña está grande y habla.
3 years.
3 years old.
Amazing. Time is running very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk now, Rodrigo, about your techniques, because you became very, very famous in scalp depigmentation. Actually, we like to speak with Sasenka too, because you are expert for scalp pigmentation. So why so many problems is in your countries? Maybe you have special kind of skin, or via some schools which also educate not so well students. What are reasons? I need to understand this because you have so many works in this field.
Ella te pregunta, pues ambas, porque yo también trabajo en micropigmentación capilar. Primero, antes de todo, tú te hiciste muy famoso por esa técnica, porque hay mucha gente que lo necesita realmente. Pero ella quiere entender por qué hay tantos trabajos malos en ese campo. Por la falta de educación, o ¿qué tú crees? ¿Por qué hay tanta necesidad?
Acá, específicamente en Chile, es falta de educación. Hay mucha gente que está realizando este tipo de procedimientos sin tener una educación buena atrás. Hay mucha gente que hace un curso un día y al siguiente día ya está haciendo tratamiento, etcétera, y no ocupan buenos pigmentos, no ocupan buenas agujas, la máquina tampoco es correcta. Entonces se cometen muchos errores. Yo hoy en día tengo muchísimo tratamiento de Phiremoval, pero en cejas, más que capilar, pero cada vez está aumentando más el tema de la eliminación de pigmentos en diversos sectores del rostro y de cuero cabelludo, etc.
He said that for Chile, he can talk only because he lives there. He believes it's lack of good education, and also those who took an education, start work tomorrow without practicing on latex or something. Also, they don't have enough knowledge about the needles. They are buying pigments, other pigments. They don't want to use the ones that are, let's say, prescribed, yes, recommended for it. And that is the reason the most of the work that he has in removal is basically eyebrows. But lately, this part of the market of scalp micropigmentation start to grow. He has
También,
more and more.
Una cosa que quiero recalcar, que la micropigmentación capilar, hay mucha gente que cree que es fácil, por solamente hacer una técnica
Eso es
puntillismo.
cierto.
Claro, pero no es fácil, una técnica compleja que hay que tener una precisión exacta, etcétera, etcétera. Y eso también puede ser algo que cause errores en el trabajo.
He was just telling about perception of this technique, which I totally agree, because you also asked me. I'm doing scalp micropigmentation for many years, and I can tell you that market is full of persons who truly believe that it's just, that's so easy. No, that is very, very complex technique. You have to know which pigment you can use. So I can tell from my experience that people don't take education. They believe they know everything. They believe everything what you have to do to have a needle number one, and you work it. It's not truth. That is very sensitive technique. You have to be very precise. You cannot. They have very specific pigments for that part of the body. So there is a reason why people taking educations. Like everything looks so easy when you see on video, but it's not. There is so many details, cases, how to approach to someone, and that is really, really, and honestly, at least at the United States, the market of the person who has a need to have a scalp micropigmentation or any other treatment for hair growth, they are searching for the solutions. So basically, they cannot know if this person had a good work or not. So if someone asks you, people think, okay, I can do it, it's easy, but it's not. And that is the reason why I have a job with the scalp micropigmentation also. Very bad job.
Is your technique with device, or do you work with specific tools?
Tu técnica, Rodrigo, ¿tú lo haces con la máquina o manual? Una herramienta específica o con with the machine?
Máquina con aguja trim de microneedle.
He is working with microneedling cartridge.
Super.
Okay, my question is also for Rodrigo. For example, yes, you work on scalp, and actually how you divide all these areas on the scalp, because usually you can see all these bad spots and dots on whole area on the scalp. Do you making all this in all procedure, all the scalp, or just you divide in some areas, special districts? How are you?
¿En qué manera lo haces, Rodri? ¿Tú lo haces entera en una vez o separas parte a parte, o cómo lo haces?
Mira, no lo he realizado en forma completa porque no me ha tocado una micropigmentación completa. Sí me ha tocado un sector que puede ser como algo de este porte, y lo he realizado completo. Porque al realizarlo con mi microneedle, todo se hace un poco más rápido, porque lo hago como la misma técnica de forma circular, solamente estimulando, y eso nos provoca que no causemos tanto daño en la piel, que tengamos mayor control, no ocupemos profundidad, y por ende se puede hacer, yo perfectamente lo podría hacer completo.
Yes, I'm sorry to interrupt. Would you kindly not speak about the technique, with what exactly is the procedure, because we don't want to burn it. We want people and participants to find out about this amazing, unique, and premiere technique in the Congress. We don't want to reveal about the master technique. Please, we said only about the device, but we don't want to reveal everything. We wanted to keep it secret until the day the Master Rodrigo will do the live on the model in the Congress.
Dice que sí, pregunta era para una manera más o menos cómo lo haces, pero que no hablamos de los detalles porque es tu secreto hasta el momento que tú lo representas en la conferencia que vamos a tener en Francia.
Ah, perfecto, entonces está,
Claro.
ok.
Yeah,
Bueno, en base a lo que me comentabas, igual es bueno que hacerlo por etapas también, porque si nosotros hacemos completo, el cuero cabelludo siempre está expuesto, no lo podemos tapar casi en ningún momento. Entonces también es bueno hacerlo por parte, porque puede ser muy riesgoso.
Wow, he was making, thank you, Jair, for this remark. And he is trying to explain the way he is working it. He is, for the moment, he didn't have a case for the full head that he has to remove. So he has this part of the head. And in this case, he made it completely. But also, if he faced the situation to do it completely, maybe he will separate it because this part you cannot cover. You know, it is always exposed. So it's also depend if it's summer or if it's not summer, you know, how much is exposed to the environment. So probably in this moment, he will do it separately through the sector.
But I think as soon as he did it separately, even a very small, tiny part, because he is the only one, from my knowledge, and I am sure because I've made research, no one is doing this technique except Master Rodrigo. It is very, very, as you said, this part of the body is very critical because of the heat and the exposed to the sun or to the cold and even to the air. And I think we want to keep it secret, even if it is a very small, tiny bit. And we want it to be a premiere.
Yes, sure. This is, I already explained that to him, so he understood. He understood. He's the star.
Yes, he is.
Eres estrella de eso. Vamos dejarlo.
Thank you, thank you.
So I also made some searches, you know, and yes, you have some colleagues, for example, in Panama, we have Daniela Charda. She's working sometimes on scalp depigmentation too. But, you know, in some countries, there are popular sometimes, you know, hair stroke techniques, not only dots and some small points, you know, in the skin. And actually in Asia, it's very popular to have these hair strokes techniques. And there are also some improper schools for that. And they have so many cases that they have this alopecia, you know, in sides of the head. And so actually there are really difficult cases because they always use very dark pigment and very concentrated pigment, sometimes very bad quality. So they are working very hard. And you have really beautiful colleagues, but you are thinking of this technique because, you know, we don't see so much in our social medias this kind of works. Why we don't see? Because people, you know, they continuously work on these cases, they remove, but they don't have this completely removed areas. So that's why, you know, we like to know from you how many sessions it takes to remove till zero.
Hay otros másters, como por ejemplo en Panamá, hace Daniela Cerda, hace remoción de cuero cabelludo, pero hay otras técnicas que hace como pelos, no son puntos, son pelos. Y eso es como muy discutible porque en Asia, por ejemplo, ellos lo hacen muchísimo y como no hay mucha educación que es de verdad una educación enfocada en esa parte, entonces hay muchos problemas porque realmente en cuero cabelludo tú utilizas los pigmentos que son muy oscuros. Entonces cuando llegas en el momento a removerlo, es como Muy problemático.
Claro.
En el sentido.
La técnica que yo he ocupado, la he ocupado para dibujos en pelo, me refiero no puntillismo, sino que pelos dibujados y puntillismo. Como el puntillismo están juntitos, los puntos son como tan cercanos, tú y yo que sabemos hacer micropigmentación, son tan cercanos que uno puede abarcar con la aguja que te mencioné. Lo otro es lo mismo, porque los pelos están dibujados tan continuos, tan juntitos, que también podemos abarcar todo. Por ende, he ocupado la misma técnica para ambas cosas, puntillismo y pelos dibujados. Que se está haciendo muy común, pero no es una técnica correcta, para nada. Mucha gente se lo hace en las entradas y absolutamente mal.
Sí, exactamente. He is explaining that he didn't have a case with the hair strokes to remove incomplete, because in Chile they are not using that. They are working with the dots, and because those dots, which is like follicles, they are close one to another, and it's quite safe to remove them. And sometimes when people do it very, very close, they are becoming like one big spot. But he has several cases that when the person tried to make in this entering part or here in this part the hair strokes, and that work always gone bad, and he's using the same technique for both.
And usually how many sessions he needs to remove almost to zero?
¿Cuántas sesiones necesitas hacer para removerlo desde cero?
Para que quede en cero.
Ajá.
Es que es muy relativo, porque va a depender de qué pigmento se utilizó, de la profundidad, pero siempre, bueno, con la primera sesión siempre baja bastante la intensidad. Después es difícil que vengan siempre los pacientes continuos. Tuve un paciente que se le fue todo en una sesión, pero estaba recién, él se lo había hecho solo unos puntos muy gruesos, y otras personas que tenían que por lo menos con 2 sesiones a 3 sesiones bajó casi a cero, cuando es más pelos, dibujados como pelos.
He said it's kind of tricky to say that, because as we already know, that depends on the pigment that has been used, the depth of the work, and also how long this person have this work done. For example, he had a person, a client, who done to himself in this part. So, and it was freshly done, so it's gone immediately in one session. And others also, there is this problem that I think most of us have that problem. When your client is happy what he has, they don't send you photos, they don't come back, and basically you cannot determine how much is gone, if it's really until zero, or only this client is happy with what he has on his head. That's also, but more or less he said that in 3 sessions it's gone. And I can agree with him. The cases that I have, they gone in 3 sessions, more or less. But when you do it first time, the most of the pigment go in first session.
Yeah.
I have a student, which is a very good student, and the first work that she sent me was that one, scalp micropigmentation. And I'm waiting this conference in France to show you the result. You know, when someone first work with something and have this, you know, thinking out of box. You know, she was not concentrate as most of us on eyebrows. She started with the scalp because her husband done it bad.
That's super. You know, we have family members and we are our models for sure.
That's it. Porque yo
Master
tengo
Rodrigo,
mi estudiante que el primer trabajo que me envió es cuero cabelludo y tiene resultado perfecto.
Sí, sí, salen, son buenos. Al igual que en ojos, también los resultados son bien, bien,
Also,
resultan
he
bien
said,
rápidos.
you have a fast result, and also in the eyeliner is. I also love to do eyeliner because it's, let's say, quick job. Nothing is quick or easy, but comparing with other eyeliner is a nice job.
Yes.
Master Rodrigo, do you use the Phiremoval light or removal enzyme, or which one do you use for the scalp?
¿Con cuál producto tú trabajas cuando trabajas calvo?
Con PhiRemoval Light.
Phiremoval Light utiliza. Yo también.
Good.
Yeah, I was sure that you will answer like works very well, works out well. Also on eyeliner, bone-based pigment. Okay.
I couldn't hear you well because there is an echo. Can you repeat?
I was sure you can mute your. I was sure, that he will answer like that because Phiremoval light works very well on carbon-based pigment. It means that it's possible, very successful to work on eyeliner, scalp pigmentation, and on the bluish eyebrows, dark eyebrows.
Yes, that's true. Esperaba esa respuesta porque esos son los pigmentos que se utilizan para el cuero cabelludo, para eyeliner y las cejas que se ve como azules. Tiene un resultado maravilloso con Phiremoval.
PhiRemoval es todo.
It's everything. Phiremoval is everything.
Yeah, but his favorite your tool is machine, right? Not manual technique.
Pero tu herramienta favorita es la máquina o manual. ¿Tú prefieres hacer con la máquina?
Mira, a mí me gusta hacer cejas de oscuras manual. Y todo lo que es encima, quizás cosas corporales, máquina. Scalp, máquina.
That depends on the work. For example, if he has an eyebrows which are very, very dark, he's using manual technique. But if he is working with enzymes and on the tattoo, which when area is big, he is using big needles, which is microneedling cartridge, also in the scalp.
Yes, I saw also very successful your works on eyebrows, on red eyebrows. And so I remember when we started to work with new products, and for everyone who started with old Phiremoval, it was challenger because this products works completely different, Actually, you need to use a little bit more vibration, and you need to find out which color is better to remove with different products. So I remember that very soon after that, you started to use enzyme power, and suddenly you started to send to social medias very beautiful results with this product on eyebrows area.
Ella se recuerda cuando empezamos a trabajar con Enzyme Power, era como poco difícil para otros estudiantes porque realmente es una cosa que necesitas hacer un switch desde un producto que tú empezaste a trabajar y como dos productos que reaccionan y lo utilizas en una manera totalmente distinta, pero tú tenías un trabajo en ese momento, como en un corto tiempo después que lanzamos ese producto con cejas rojas, con enzimas, y lo pusiste en redes sociales y era como un empuje grande para otros artistas que batallaron un poco con ese producto para ver que tiene resultados buenos.
Ahí también yo hice un descubrimiento, que me acuerdo que te lo comenté, que no sé si sea bueno que se comente, pero que fue que el tema de los vasos dilatadores de lo que va funcionando, que de repente puede ser que sea el óxido de hierro o en estricto rigor que sea solamente que los vasos dilatadores funcionan y eso hace que se produzca el enrojecimiento. Pero yo tuve buenos procedimientos, ¿por qué? Porque esas fotos que yo subí, yo ya había hecho Phiremoval antes, y estaba rojo y yo aún creía que había pigmento y quise utilizar encima y me dio un resultado espectacular que se fue inmediatamente ese rojo. Y me pasó en varios tratamientos de eso.
He is explaining that he was making experiments how to work with these big needles, how to have a better result. And that first result that he posted, as you spoke about it, is someone who came, he done the first with fear removal. And then when she came back, only the red part has been left. And then he used enzyme power and he has an excellent result. It's gone in one session.
Yes.
Okay, next thing what I like to ask you about your style, how you are teaching your students. I think so when they see your results in social medias, they thinking that very soon, even they are beginners, they will do the same quality of works and they will get great results very soon. Yeah, because I have this dilemma too. So how you teach your students? Do you prepare your beginners in this field that they need to be very patient and they need to just to with each procedure to grow and to grow? What is your style to teach?
¿Cómo es tu estilo de enseñanza? Porque, por ejemplo, cuando tus estudiantes miran tu trabajo en redes sociales, como otros también, eso es el dilema de ella también cuando enseña, como, ves esos resultados maravillosos y tal vez ellos piensan que vas a tenerlo de inmediato, tan rápido, tan buen resultado. ¿Cómo tú lo explicas que necesita, o lo explica que necesita tener paciencia, que eso es un tipo de trabajo distinto? ¿Cómo es tu estilo hacia estudiantes?
Ya, yo siempre les explico a todos mis estudiantes que ellos van a partir realizando un procedimiento con un componente que es un poco más suave del que deberían utilizar. Por ende, quizás al principio no van a ver tantos resultados inmediatos, pero sí pueden hacer más procedimientos que van a dar el mismo resultado. Y así lo han hecho y créeme que me han enviado muy buenos trabajos, ¿ya? Igual acá en Chile, entre comillas, los estudiantes pueden ser un poquito más flojos de lo normal, pero sí los que me han enviado trabajos muy, muy buenos. Y les comento que cuando ya tengan un poco más de experiencia, pasen al PhiRemoval Light y ahí ya prácticamente que no tienen problema y los resultados se ven buenos, muy, muy similar a los míos. Y yo tampoco soy un superhombre ni nada de eso, si hay que trabajar bien PhiRemoval para que el resultado sea óptimo, si PhiRemoval es la técnica perfecta.
He's always explaining to his students that the product that we are bringing in the kit as academy have a lower percentage because first they have to learn to do it, to be able to use a higher percentage, and he prepared them that they have, because of that reason and experience in the moment, they're gonna need more sessions to achieve the same result. Then later, when they know what they are doing, they can switch on another product. And basically, in short time period, they have almost the same result as he has, because he said, I'm not a super guy. I'm just working hard, and they have to work hard because fear removal, the technique and the products as they are very good. So it's just a matter of practice, like everything else.
Hajar, do you have some questions for Rodrigo?
Yes, I have. I would like to ask Master Rodrigo, how do you attract your student? I know that you are very famous and many people follows you. Phi Browse Artist, Phi Contour, all the Phi classes. But how do you advertise to get your students? Because I guess that in the part of the world where you live, it's totally different from Europe and Africa and Middle East.
So she's asking how you are attracting the students to take your class. She knows that you are famous and
it's English. You have to go to
Español.
Oh, sorry.
You crazy.
Yeah. Mira, ella te pregunta cómo tú anuncias sus cursos. Ella sabe que tú eres un máster famoso y gente te sigue y te conocen en ese campo, pero se imagina que el mercado está totalmente distinto en Chile como en Europa, en África. ¿Cómo lo haces?
Mira, a mí me ha costado un poco porque mis redes sociales las empecé a realizar hace poco, las mías personales, si bien ocupo de repente un poco Carolina, pero más eso es de microblading. Yo ahora estoy recién empezando y sí, ahora ya la gente me está conociendo más. Si bien ahora no he subido tantos trabajos, tengo hartos guardaditos y voy a tener muchos más y creo que eso es como lo que a uno lo hace conocido. El tema de hacer buenos trabajos, de sacar buenas fotos para que la gente vea los trabajos, ser realista como es cada trabajo, una sesión, 2 sesiones. Y eso me ha hecho un poquito más conocido ahora, que lo estoy sintiendo. Porque sin subir me están llegando seguidores y eso sí estoy un poco ligado solamente a Instagram. Quizás tengo que ver un poco más Facebook, que ahora vamos a trabajar eso también y que es importante, porque eso es importante para los estudiantes, mostrarse para que la gente sepa qué calidad de trabajo realiza.
He is telling that it takes him a little bit of time because when he started, he used a little bit Facebook and Instagram of his wife, Caroline, who is a master of Phibrowse, but he recently started. What boosts his followers is posting his work. And he truly believed that when you honestly say, explain the work and you take a good photo so they can compare, that is the way to gain the students, because if you know how to work, you know how to explain. That is his opinion about that. Now he has to work a little bit more on Facebook because mostly he's concentrated on Instagram, but now he has to focus a little bit more on Facebook.
Yes, I have another question. How popular is Phiremoval in Chile, and how do you see the future? Like, for instance, within couple or let's say 5 years time, where do you see Phiremoval? Where it's going to be, the position, the reputation? How famous you think it's going to be?
Ella te pregunta, PhiRemoval como tal, como técnica, está famosa en Chile. La gente lo conoce. ¿Cómo tú ves el futuro en 5 años? ¿Cómo lo ves? ¿Qué va a pasar en tu país?
Ahora, a partir de la pandemia, yo tengo una cantidad de procedimientos de eliminación de pigmento en cejas básicamente impresionante. Por ende, yo veo que esto va a ir evolucionando. ¿Por qué? Porque lo veo, porque mucha gente a mí me consulta, mucha gente está haciendo mi microblading de una manera errónea acá en Chile, y yo creo que en todos los países de igual manera, y eso nos da trabajo a nosotros. Y yo estoy con mucha demanda, por ende también creo que por eso crecieron mis estudiantes, entre comillas, y yo veo que va muy bien encaminado. Muy bien encaminado porque hay muchos errores.
Rodrigo said that after this pandemic, when they started to work, he has very impressive number of the clients who search for this service. That is for the start. And then because there is like hyperproduction of the artist with bad work in Chile, but he is sure in every country is like that. So they are calling him. So he have more and more persons who are interested to learn this technique, because obviously it's basic that you have to know. And he sees it very well. He truly believes it's going to grow significantly.
That's great, it's great news, because actually with Hajar already asked many masters what is going with Phiremoval in their countries, and everyone says something like similar. But also I like to ask Rodrigo one thing more. So what do you think? We need more techniques and we need more products for this removal, non-laser removal?
Ella te pregunta, ¿qué es tu opinión? ¿Crees que necesitamos más productos, nuevas herramientas para ese método, o qué crees?
¿Para el método que ocupo yo o en general?
En general, para Phiremoval Worldwide.
Yo por el momento creo que PhiRemoval está muy, muy completo, porque podemos abarcar y trabajar de distinta manera todo tipo de pigmento, todo tipo de tatuajes, cejas, labios, ojos, todo. Por ende lo veo muy completo, no se me ocurriría qué más hacer, porque uno puede igual mezclar las técnicas y que sea en vez de 5 pueden ser 10, porque las podemos cruzar. Pero dentro de eso está muy bien diseñado el tema de microblading. El enzima Power nos ayudó bastante, porque es una técnica que no es invasiva, por ende si gente no puede realizarse algo que quizás es muy invasivo, podemos optar a esta opción, quizás es más lento, pero yo lo estoy viendo muy, muy completo. No creo que falte algo relacionado, porque se trabaja con máquinas, se trabaja manual, se puede mezclar, enzima, Phiremoval, etc.
He believes that it's really a complete technique, because basically you can remove everything. Yes, we said we have 5 techniques, but that's not the 5 techniques. That is a base. So we can say there is a 10 technique, because you can mix and match in one treatment. You can mix a product, you can change needles, you can do, you have many of these variations of these, let's say, 5 basic techniques. So he sees it very complete as it is now.
Okay, but what is about big tattoos, Because big tattoos always very colorful. And we have linear technique, we have shading technique, because if you like to create art, you need to use these techniques. So actually, a lot of people and our colleagues, they still a little bit avoid, with big tattoos, because it takes a lot of procedures, and also you fight with different colors, and you need always to keep very good skin quality. What Rodrigo thinks about?
Ella te pregunta qué tú crees, qué piensas de tatuajes grandes, porque realmente ese tatuaje grande lleva varios colores, pigmentos distintos, y como hablamos entre colegas, como si no te gusta, lo haces, pero no te gusta tanto trabajar, porque requiere muchos tratamientos, y tú es primario que preservas la piel, condición de la piel. Entonces, ¿qué crees? ¿Crees que necesitamos añadir algo en esa parte o no?
Claro. Sí, yo creo que ahí estamos, entre comillas, teniendo una falencia, porque, claro, nos demoramos muchísimo en hacer una eliminación de tatuaje, independiente que ocupemos máquina, aguja de microneedle, etc. Siempre igual nos vamos a demorar más de lo normal. Creo que tenemos que mejorar eso, buscar una herramienta que nos ayude a cubrir más zonas. También es cierto que no podemos trabajar todo, porque es complejo el roce de la piel, o sea, de la ropa. Hay hartas cosas que pueden influir, y creo que podríamos hacer algo respecto a eso y quizás competir más, porque para mí como que el láser puede servir más para eso, aunque nos quita los colores el láser y todo el tema, por rapidez, nada más que por eso, pero por qué es mejor siempre va a ser Phiremoval. Y ahí quizás es donde tenemos el problema, que tenemos que abarcar un poquito más en tatuajes corporales amplios y saber cómo solucionar esos problemas de una manera más rápida, no tantas sesiones, porque el paciente no lo va a aguantar, se va a aburrir, diversos factores.
Sí, él cree, he believes that we need to approve that part because, yes, you are totally correct. We are doing it, but it's kind of longer period because usually these big tattoos is touching the what you are wearing, and daily functioning is also a little bit tricky in that sense. It's good combination to do it with laser only because of it is faster, let's say faster in that sense, and everything what is left you work, but then again sometimes what is left is also very big because people like to use colors, and in that sense you have again some big area. And yes, you're absolutely correct that it's going to be, it will be great if we can approve this part.
If one nice day we will say that, oh, we have created, and that's it, we never will have our achievements in the future. Actually, also new manufacturers are coming to the market, and believe me, they produce very interesting pigments which are still unknown for laser removal and also for non-laser removals. And I get these clients, and I need to say that it's not enough what we have, and not enough what have other companies, even if they work with non-laser removals. So we never need to stop, because our way just to go forward and always to introduce into the market new techniques, new products, new devices, new everything, and needles too, new brushes. And I tell you that new products are coming, and I work on. And so I deeply believe that very soon again we will have something new, and you will work very successful, and your clients will be satisfied, and we will have less always procedures. And again, we will keep all this skin in the best quality as it was before our procedures. We can improve also quality and appearance of the skin. So, Rodrigo, be ready that many things are coming. In the same time, then we will have conference in Nice together with you, because we will wait till you will have possibility to travel.
Oh, nice. Pues, Rodri, ella dice que realmente siempre se necesita cambiar, necesitas introducir nuevos productos, herramientas nuevas. ¿Por qué? Porque hay pigmentos nuevos. Y eso ahora, por ejemplo, hay muchas industrias que producen pigmentos nuevos que láser no reconoce. Tampoco non-láser es muy tricky porque son totalmente nuevos. Entonces siempre necesitas añadir algo nuevo para poder hacerlo. Aparte de eso, y removerlo. Aparte de eso, para disminuir el número de sesiones y tener la misma calidad de la piel. Porque cuando uno trabaja siempre, tú crees que puede ser mejor.
Sí, claro, claro.
Y prepárate porque en el momento cuando tenemos la conferencia vamos a introducir estas herramientas nuevas y productos nuevos. Y vamos a esperar el momento cuando tú también puedes venir, que puedes viajar y participar en esa conferencia.
Espectacular.
Yes, we are really, really happy. We are very, very, very happy to have you and your technique in our Congress. Really, really. And myself, I cannot wait to see you work on the model and see your technique.
Thank you.
Ella,
Really.
ella es muy emocionada.
I don't know about technique now. I want to, myself, I would love to see it with all the participants on time for the first time
Ella
in
es
the
muy
Congress.
emocionada que vas a participar en esa conferencia personalmente. No puede, está muy ansiosa verte en vivo cómo trabajas junto con otras gente que va a participar en ese congreso.
Espectacular, excelente. Me
Muy
encantaría
bien.
conocerlo y mostrarle la técnica, obviamente.
Of course, he is looking forward to meet you, and he is also anxious to show his technique to the world.
Yeah, and I want him to know that he's the first one who is doing this. No one is doing it, and I really appreciate the effort he made, to start and do the challenge to start doing this technique on scalp.
Ella quiere que tú sepas que eres primero que empezó con esa técnica y te agradece para hacer ese esfuerzo para introducirlo.
No, ¿de qué? Fue solamente una ocurrencia para poder salir de algo que es un poco complejo, porque hacer estacato en cuero cabelludo iba a ser una locura.
He said, well, it will be very hard. That was just a necessity to find a solution for some problem, thinking out of the box. Because can you imagine if someone came with the full head and you have to do staccato movement? It's totally impossible to make it.
Yeah, but you have to do it in session. Work section, but in session. But the idea of scalp removal, it's a brilliant idea, because now everybody is doing it with the laser, and it is very painful. And sometimes it leaves some scars, and sometimes you get, these white patches that looks like vitiligo, and that you cannot get rid of. But with PhiRemoval on scalp removal, it is a really brilliant idea. And I wish that Grandmaster Ella will make this technique as a perfection training for all the PhiRemoval artists to learn this amazing technique in the future, of course.
Ella
regarding your sentence, I will tell you one thing. Each master in the academy is able to do their own perfection, training. So Rodrigo can do as he wants, and you also Sasenka can do her perfection training too, how she imagined what she is creating during these years, So not me always, I need to introduce something. All these masters are independent to create perfection training.
Exactly. Hayek te dice que te agradece por esa idea para hacer eso, porque en ese momento todo lo que se hace es realmente remoción con láser. Primero está muy doloroso. Hay veces cuando te deja esos puntitos blancos, manchas blancas que se ve como un vitiligo. Después del láser. Entonces, esa técnica que tú pensaste de eso, de esa solución, está maravillosa. Y ella dice que está buenísimo y dice a ella que necesita hacer un perfeccionamiento con esa técnica. Pues ella dijo, sí, es la verdad, pero cada máster es tan independiente. Pues adelante, Rodrigo, puedes hacer tu perfection. Cada uno de nosotros puede hacer su propio perfection y venderlo.
Claro. Mira, yo en realidad empecé a pensar en la técnica porque me llegaban tratamientos que estaban horribles y yo decía, ¿cómo no lo puedo ayudar? No puedo ayudarlo, tengo que crear algo, porque el cuero cabelludo igual no es tan amplio quizás como un tatuaje corporal en la espalda completa. Por ende, dije, algo debo hacer, algo debo hacer, y ahí creé eso y me fue bastante bien con la creación, básicamente.
Sí, es la
Por eso
verdad.
ahora quiero ser
Because
Grand Master. Quiero ser Grand Master.
because he's and that is the truth. Because most of our artists don't do scalp micropigmentation, but those who are working with it, like Rodrigo, myself, including several others, we are facing these problems. You know, others maybe they will think about this, but they don't get in touch with the problem. So, and when the person came to you with already damaged work, asking for help, you cannot touch. Is the same, for example, for eyebrows. You are not touching the work for other person, like makes a correction of improper form, let's say. You have to remove it. It's the same with the scalp. When they have these pigments all over, migration, what you can do? Only removal. That brings...
Master Rodrigo, when you start your perfection, I will be the first to come to attend your course of perfection, and just give us a date, and I'll be the first one to attend. Because I'm Adi Shendel, scalp artist, and this technique is very important for me. And really, really looking forward to attend your perfection class.
Ella sería tu primer estudiante. Por favor, avísalo cuando lo tienes, porque ella es también artista de Adi Shendel y esa técnica es muy importante para ella.
Claro, efectivamente.
Sí.
Adi Shendel, muy buen master.
And tell him to think about it seriously, because there will be many students who would love to learn this technique, and to be the first in doing removal for scalp, to take all this, unwanted pigment out of heads.
Ella cree que está muy, muy importante anunciar eso porque es una técnica de verdad muy importante. Hay muchos trabajos malísimos en cuero cabelludo.
Mucho. Y eso es, casi siempre se trabaja mucho con pigmento de tatuaje en esos trabajos.
Exactamente.
Y eso es peor aún.
And he is also make a remark, which is the truth, that those who don't know about the technique well, they are using tattoo pigment, which is the worst. The worst solution of everything, even for removal later.
Yeah, please, I think ask him also to think, to give us that it is a promise that he is going to think properly about having this perfection training, because I am really interested.
Ella te pide que ahora nos prometes que vas a tener ese perfeccionamiento.
Ok, no hay problema.
Thank you so much, Master. Thank you, Master.
No problem.
No problem.
Do you have some priorities also, not only scalp pigmentation? Maybe you'd like something to remove more also, like eyebrows, eyeliner, or tattoos removal?
For what? I didn't hear the first part, sorry.
I just wanted to know, maybe he has other priorities also, to remove eyebrows or tattoos, we don't know. Maybe he just now concentrated just on scalp depigmentation, but maybe he likes also to do something else.
Te pregunta, ¿tienes también otras prioridades? No solamente cuero cabelludo, tatuaje, algo que no nos dijiste y tienes algo nuevo.
Algo escondido, no por el momento, pero créeme que estoy constantemente pensando en qué crear, porque me encanta la técnica y mientras podamos cuidar la piel, no deberíamos tener problemas para poder crear. Así que pronto quizás puedo aparecer con algo, porque siempre está en mis pensamientos.
He is working a lot. He is doing everything. For that reason, he is constantly thinking to create something because he is playing. He feels relaxed, and if I may say for myself also, it's very important part that all of us feel safe working with Phiremoval. We know that we're going to have a healthy skin. So you are more relaxed to play with the products and techniques. And he said he is constantly thinking about this new creation and combinations. For the moment, he didn't finish nothing concretely, but he's thinking about it.
So that's great. You are universal master, and you see that this market also requires many, many things. For example, yes, I also started from eyebrows removals, but I noticed, that for me it's very interesting to work on very hard cases when people are coming with many, many layers of pigment in the skin, and so it looks terrible, and laser cannot remove, other removals cannot remove. For me, it's the best case, because it's interesting to work. And after that, when you get results, these clients are so happy, because it was the last point where they came, and they already lost all this hope, to remove unwanted pigment. I think so that you feel the same also.
Ella dice que de verdad a ella también lo pasa, que te viene la cliente que tiene muchas tapas de pigmento, que son desesperadas porque eso era lo último que le ocurrió venir a hacerse Phiremoval, porque falló en todas otras técnicas, nada de eso lo ayudó. Entonces, ver felicidad de esas personas después cuando tú tienes un resultado es maravilloso.
Así es. Sí, mucha gente después lo agradece y queda muy feliz, porque el rostro es la carta de presentación de cada persona, por ende es muy importante que se haga una ceja de manera adecuada, y lamentablemente hay mucha gente que no se prepara como corresponde para todos los procedimientos de maquillaje semipermanente.
Yes, it's very, very true that people are coming very frustrated because, the face is your presentation. It's very important, and there are so many artists who are not well prepared for doing the permanent makeup treatments. And that moment when you resolve someone's problem, you cannot. It's hard to represent to someone how artists feel when someone is happy with your result. It's incredible feeling.
I think we got really a lot of nice information about you, Rodrigo. But one thing what we prepare for this conference is that you need to introduce yourself in another way. Actually, you need to represent also your country where you live, and you need to make some small video about your work, about you, and you need to wear maybe national gown. Yes, Hajar. And of course, we will use this video to attract more students for conference, because maybe, and I am sure that some of them, they choose you because you speak Spanish. So whole world is under your feet, So
now we know, ahora sabemos poco más de ti personalmente, pero relacionado con la conferencia, ahora necesitas hacer un video porque realmente tú presentas tu país, donde vives, que es máster. Necesitas tener en la conferencia, todos vamos a tener costumes nacionales, tú también. Perfecto. Y necesitas hacer un video sobre tu trabajo, presentarte tú mismo, eso que necesitas hacer en ese momento.
¿Sobre mi trabajo en general o específicamente?
En general, específicamente en ese campo, porque ella dice, pues en esa conferencia, porque más gente se va a interesar de la conferencia para participar. Aparte de eso, tú hablas español, como no hay límites. Estás segura que muchas de ellos van a escoger a ti como su máster.
Perfecto. Sí, ningún problema. Ahora que ya estamos volviendo a a la normalidad, mucho mejor. Ahora sí ya puedo entrar en poder hacer un video más profesional, etc.
Yes, he said he agreed with you, and he said now it's not a problem because after 7 months the country start to move, so now he can make whatever you need. Before that, there was no possibility for that.
Don't worry, everyone who will stay with us and will work for conference will have some homework.
We'll have
some homeworks. We will have. Yeah.
Todos que participan en la conferencia va a tener una tarea que hacer, que presentar para la conferencia.
Claro. Sí, ningún problema. Es lo entretenido del tema.
¿Cómo?
Es lo entretenido del tema.
Okay. For fun. Okay, he understood everything and he agreed with you that he can, and moreover, he has a possibility now to do it.
That's great, because as you know, we like to make this conference very unique, because it's the first conference. It's such kind of conferences because nobody organized till now such kind of non-laser removal conferences, and many masters are working in this field, but we are not united. The Academy has a lot of Phiremoval Masters, and we have these masters in many different countries. And actually, we like also to introduce personalities, not only as cloned, master. No, everyone is different. And it's the best way, if you like to attract some students, some attenders to this conference, is to work a little bit different as it was before in another conferences. Do you agree? Of course, I think so.
Can he not agree? Is it possible? Is it option?
No way.
I'm kidding. Ella dice que está muy importante preparar bien, y como nosotros estamos primero en nivel mundial a hacer una conferencia solamente de remoción, que no se trata de láser. Hay muchas másters que lo hacen, pero como academia tenemos muchos másters de PhiRemoval en todo el mundo, pero nunca se juntamos en un punto. Y hay muchas cosas que presentar. Aparte de eso, presentar los másters poco más, no como copy-paste, tú sabes, todo lo mismo, todo enseña lo mismo, porque cada uno de nosotros sí estamos distintos.
Claro.
Y por eso es tan importante hacer esa conferencia como totalmente diferente, que se separa de todas las otras conferencias que alguien participó, y hacerlo más interesante. ¿Estás en acuerdo?
100%.
Sí, porque yo dije, ¿puede decir que no? ¿Está permitido?
¿Puedo decir no? No, 100%.
No, of course he agreed. Of course he agreed.
I am sure that our masters have very creativity, and so they will show everything, with fantasy, and maybe also they will show the beauty of their countries, because we are living in different continents. And what else, of course, I tried to describe your topic, and I will send for you what I see in your presentation, in your upcoming presentation in this conference. Maybe you will agree also, because, we need to introduce you, we are dating you for this life, and now everyone sees how you are talented, smart, and you have so many ideas.
Ella te va a enviar un material relacionado con tu trabajo, con tu técnica, que puedes, como ella lo ve, que necesitas tener en su presentación, porque ahora está segura que más gente está interesada, porque ve que estás una persona talentosa, que tienes en su cabeza 1001 creación, que tienes las ideas para avanzar, para hacer trabajos nuevos.
Sí, claro.
Okay, Hajar?
It was nice listening to all what you have been saying. I just wanted to remind Master Rodrigo that he is among the masters who is going to be the winner, because of the effort he needs to put in his traditional gown, traditional clothing that will represent his country. I'm sorry, I have very sore throat. I can hardly speak. Master Sasinka, can you tell Master Rodrigo also that the winner is not only women, there is also men can be the winner. We have 3 masters. We have Master Antonio, Master Nicrado, and Master Rodrigo. So we need him to put a lot of effort to represent his country with a very, very good image of the dressing, the costume that will represent Chile. I can't hear you.
Ajá. Ella habla de esa idea que necesitas representar tu país, porque tú sabes que tenemos premios durante de esa conferencia y puedes ser uno de ganadores, porque no sí, no solamente mujeres son ganadores, porque tenemos 3 masters, tenemos Antonio, Nick Radu y tú.
Son 4 hombres.
¿Quién más?
No me acuerdo cómo se llama, no me acuerdo cómo se llama, pero hay otro máster hombre.
He said there is 4 male masters.
Yes, from Slovakia.
Yes, from Slovakia. So,
yes.
From Slovakia.
From Slovakia.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Entonces, tú también puedes ganar, por eso está importante prepararte bien, que tienes ese costumbre nacional para representar tu país. Tú sabes
bueno, primero que todo me gustaría saber cuál es el premio.
First of all, he wants to know what is the premium, what is the award. Then we can continue.
No, entretenido. Una buena iniciativa. Nos llama a nosotros a trabajar de una manera correcta y bonita. La idea es hacer una buena presentación llamativa y que a la gente le agrade todo lo que ve. No solamente lo que es tratamiento, sino que un poco más de cada uno.
He was just joking a little bit, but he really like idea, and he agree with you. It's very important to be different, to present a little bit more of that humanity and the beauties that we have all around the world.
Yes, absolutely. And it's going to be a marvelous gathering of all these countries around the world, about different continents, different culture, different religion, different backgrounds, different history, and all these costumes will represent also the history of every country. And the prize, believe me, it's a very big prize. Very, very, very much cheering.
Pues dice que de verdad vamos a presentar esa conferencia, será una conferencia maravillosa con muchas cosas para enseñar, no solamente la técnica, todos los costumbres, que cada uno lleva su historia, cada máster tiene su historia, cada país.
Sí, me encanta, lo encuentro súper bueno. Es bien llamativo, va a causar harto pensamiento y ganas de participar.
Exactamente. Entonces, te promete que el premio está de verdad un premio grande.
Excelente.
Grande. And only masters are going to have this reward. No participant, no student, only masters who is going to take this reward.
Solamente los másters pueden tener ese premio. Nadie que participa o estudiante, solamente está para másters.
Perfecto. Voy a ganar entonces.
Okay. He said, perfect. Then I'm gonna win.
Who knows? Who knows?
Start imagining this Asenko with Caribbean costume, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Guys, I have searching for the costumes.
Yes.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know what.
And it is not me nor Grandmaster Ella who's going to choose. They will be like proper juries that are very known in the modeling. We're going to choose who is going to be the best costume because they are very well aware and they have very big knowledge about the different costumes around the world. And they will be choosing the right person, whether a woman or a man.
Pues vamos también a tener un premio para el costume, mejor costume. Entonces, prepárate bien.
No, ya gané los 2 premios. Ya lo tengo listo.
Oh, it's done. I already won 2 awards.
No, muy buena idea. Good. Very good.
But he really liked the idea that you are.
Yeah, the idea is marvelous. And it will take us away. We will be like, fairy tale. We will be dreaming, forgetting about all what is happening in the world, all this COVID, all the problems of the wars, anything happening. We are going to be dreaming, traveling in histories. Each costume will represent something very, very precious that has an ancient story. We're going to be very, very happy in that night.
Dice que realmente eso va a estar totalmente distinto porque todos esos costumes que gente va a venir en esa presentación de gala, ¿cierto? Te va a hacer sentirse totalmente distinto, como viajaste en el pasado. No vas a pensar de nada que es en ese momento en el mundo de enfermedades, de COVID, de toda la cosa, porque realmente tú te vas a sentir como, wow, ¿dónde estoy? Una
Así
maravilla.
Es. Espectacular. Muy bien. Bien, me gustó. Eso no sé si lo habían pensado antes, pero qué bueno que lo implementaron. Yo no lo sabía que iba a pasar, pero lo encuentro espectacular.
This is the first time that he's hearing about the idea. He didn't hear it before, and he really liked it. It's brilliant idea.
Many surprises, Master Rodrigo. There is also, the celebration of the 5th anniversary of Phiremoval, and we have a very big fairy tale surprise. Besides all this story of costume, we will have everybody will be sitting and will be watching a fairy tale of Grandmaster Ella's anniversary of her baby Phiremoval.
Aparte de eso, no te olvides que está 5 años de PhiRemoval. Entonces, vamos a tener una presentación después de todo eso que va a enseñar el camino, ese bebé de Ella.
Los bebés de Ella, somos todos bebés de Ella.
No, we are all babies, your babies, Ella. Not only PhiRemoval as it is, you also have a lot of kids, yeah?
And smart babies, yeah. And I like to ask Rodrigo, because he has today birthday, what is waiting for you this evening? What you will do?
Eso es el día de tu cumpleaños. ¿Qué vas a hacer esta noche? ¿Qué te espera? ¿Qué te prepararon?
Todavía no lo sé. Sé que Carolina está preparándome algo a la parrilla, como se dice barbecue, asado. Y parece que quieren venir hartos amigos a verme, pero tengo que ver porque no sé si se puede bien, cuántos van a venir, tengo que evaluar. Pero voy a celebrar, que no quepa duda.
He said, I'm not so sure what is going on over there. Carolina is preparing some barbecue. She invites some friends. I'm not so sure, but you can be sure I'm going to celebrate. That is for sure. I don't know how, but I'm going to celebrate.
That's great. And then, Joseph also gives for you.
La bola.
Excuse me.
Maybe we can sing the happy birthday to
Wow.
Rodrigo.
Yes.
Say hi.
Mira ya.
La bola.
Oh my God.
Mira la sasenka.
Super.
Hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Hola. Y beso. Envíame un beso.
¿Un pedacito?
Birthday to you.
Un beso, le tira un beso.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Rodrigo. Happy birthday
to you.
Gracias.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Ay, Dios mío, me muero.
That is
Thank you. Ahí
Rodrigo,
mira.
Rodrigo, I wish you a lot of happiness. I wish you long life, full of joy and nice things and big success in your technique, scalp removal. I wish you and your dear family long life, full of
Thank
happiness.
Mejores
Thank you.
deseos para tu cumpleaños, mucho éxito. Mejores deseos para tu familia, mucho éxito y muchos años con salud.
Muchas gracias, las quiero mucho, les envío un abrazo inmenso a las tres, gracias por este envío y nos vemos pronto.
Send a kiss.
He is saying thank you, thanks everyone for the good wishes, nice wishes. He loves you all and hope to see you soon. We are going to work hard on this conference.
Yes, we will. It will be a beautiful congress. You know, the time is more than finished because we passed the hour. We have a few minutes left. Master Rodrigo, thank you so much for being with us. I adore your family. Mashallah, it's a beautiful family. God bless you. And
Tienes una familia maravillosa.
Gracias. Nos falta uno que está por allá atrás jugando, el Martín. De ahí va a venir.
See, they have also a boy who is older, but he is playing somewhere outside.
Okay, now we have to say bye-bye. Master Rodrigo, we say bye to you first. I wish you a very happy birthday and a wonderful evening. Master Ella.
Ahora terminamos primero contigo, Rodrigo. Te dejamos que puedes celebrar su cumpleaños en paz.
Muchas gracias. Las quiero mucho. Gracias por todo esto. Un besito.
Thank you for everything.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Beautiful Sasinka, thank you so much for the translation. Your Spanish is top.
Oh, thank you so much. You can always be better, you know?
Very fluent and it's like music. And like usual, you take your time and you speak and you have a very, very nice, voice. I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're always so kind with me. Thank you for that.
This is the truth. I'm not flattering you, I'm saying the truth.
Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure to spend time again in your company, really, both of you.
It's so nice to have you in our live stream, really. We enjoy your company with us, really.
Thank you.
We'll invite you many, many times too.
You will be our translator in Spanish because we don't speak Spanish.
Okay, I can be translator in Serbian, Croatian. Can I have a word?
Yes.
No, now everyone is that, a word.
Privilege to have you with us, Master Sasinka. We love you. I love you.
Love you guys.
Really, Grandmaster Ella, she should be our formal, translator in many languages that we don't speak.
Exactly. Oh, you have job, all of you.
Already, yes. Thank you, dear masters. Thank you, my master, grandmaster, our queen. And really, once again, I cannot wait that conference. So I can hug you, not only
Yeah.
virtual hugs. I need one real hug from all of you.
Dear master.
Yes, yes, I do.
Inshallah, it will be on time. With God's will, it will be. For tonight, we're gonna say bye-bye. Until we meet again, maybe we will need you next week. We'll keep in touch with
With a
you.
pleasure.
Yeah. Good night for us, and have a wonderful afternoon for yourself.
Thank you.
Bye, dear. Bye.
Bye.
Grandmaster Ella, tomorrow we have a new guest and a new dream and a new story. And what this is making our live stream, each one is different from the other because of the different culture, of course, because of the different master, because each one has a different behavior, culture, background. So tomorrow, who is our next guest? Can you just give a little bit, few words about her?
Okay, we have royal artist from UK, Mandy Carlish, and she is really very experienced, very professional in the removal field. But also she has a medical ground, education, and she works as nurse now. So she will tell her story, and it will be amazing because she is really, really the exactly person which needs fear removal. And of course, I really like to invite her to attend to our conference. Maybe she will be our next speaker in our conference. So she will share her experience and she will tell about situation in UK. She is fighting with COVID and she's working directly in hospital. So she is really is amazing person because she always, take care for many people who has this disease. And of course, we have also great news that next week we will have this our professor from South Africa, Rene, and he is coming to us and will have live with us, and he'll explain everything what we need to know about his presentation. So we have so many beautiful guests, and it's coming each second day.
Amazing. Last we're gonna have one of the doctors, and tomorrow we have an angel. She's an angel. Helping people suffering from COVID through angel. So tomorrow our meeting. Tomorrow, my dear, and I say to you good night for now.
Good night.
See you again tomorrow.
See you.
My regards to Joseph.
Yep.
Bye bye, Ella.